cooling down is so overrated. What up, YouTube? So, today we are going to talk about quote unquote cooling down. Now, where do we get this idea from? I think most people, even though they don't exercise, they get this idea that they should be cooling down after they exercise, and it's usually ingrained in our heads from high school sports coaches and especially middle school PE coaches. After we run the mile, after we do push-ups, or play tennis or whatever in PE, our PE teachers would say, okay, it's time to cool down. Make sure you jog for 15 minutes and then you walk after you jog, okay? So you're lowering the intensity down, and this is gonna help you recover faster. It's gonna make you feel less sore. It's better for your body. When in reality, when every published exercise science journal or study out there, there's not real evidence that cooling down does all those things, that quote unquote cooling down does all those things. In fact, there are a couple of studies that show when they took two groups and they did the exact same exercises, except one group cooled down, and afterwards they asked each group separately on a level of RPE, rate of perceived exertion, how sore they felt, and both groups basically on average gave the same numbers. And so there's not really any significant data to show that quote unquote cooling down helps. Now let's see a better way to do this. This is a better way to do this. After you work out, instead of quote unquote cooling down, lowering the intensity, jogging for 15 minutes, then a light jog for 5 minutes, and then a walk for 5 minutes, then you can go home, kind of thing. And you have to do that after you work out, or else your heart rate's too high and you're not going to recover properly, okay? That's all BS. So you should be doing this instead. Instead, after you work out, you should be doing a combination of mobility drills, static stretching, and soft tissue release, okay? You should be doing mobility drills because you just hammered your body. You want to be able to move, and so mobility drills are going to help you with that lactic acid. It's going to help with your range of motions, and it's going to help prime your joints for the next workout, okay? Especially after you just hammered all your muscles, okay? You want to be able to move properly and use them properly and recover properly, because mobility drills have been shown to help recovery. And you should be doing static stretching because that actually has been shown to help you feel less sore. Static stretching also turns off the central nervous system a lot more effectively after you work out, and so you start the recovery process a lot faster, and again, you move better. That's what you should be doing after you work out. Everything you do after you work out is to prime your movement, to reinforce all the patterns you already did, and to help with the next workout to increase performance. Okay, and lastly, you should be doing soft tissue release, so things like foam rolling and massaging yourself with tennis ball, lacrosse ball, things like that. Going to a masseuse if you can afford it. That's the extra mile right there. But you should be doing that kind of massage to break up fascia, because you just got really tight. You want to loosen all that up. Simply decreasing your heart rate by going for a light jog and quote unquote cooling down and going for a light walk after that jog isn't going to break up that scar tissue. And so you need that muscle release in order to perform better, to recover faster. More blood flow goes into those areas that you massage. And the beauty of this is, unlike quote unquote the myth of cooling down, where you have to do it after you work out, right after you work out to decrease that heart rate, to cool your body down, okay? The beauty of this is mobility drills, soft tissue release, and static stretching can be done at 3 different times. One of them, you can do it right after you work out. That's probably the most optimal. But if you don't have time, you can also do it later on in the day, or you can do it the following day if you don't have a workout that day, or if you have a workout later that day. In fact, you can do mobility drills pretty much any time of the day. Same thing with soft tissue release And static stretching, I like it after the workout better. Before the workout, some studies have shown it to decrease performance, especially when you're about to hammer, big movements. And so for the most part, all those three things, you have a lot more flexible time with it, as opposed to the myth of quote unquote cooling down, where you have to do it right after you work out for 20 minutes, light jog, then a light walk. That shows no significant change in recovery or muscle soreness. And so that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoy the content I put out on this channel. If you do, please subscribe to this channel. And I'm still on daily uploads, so I will see you tomorrow. Peace.